Nice. Wow. George's crazy. Why are you gonna sucker punch the guy on the streets?
This is tight, man.
There it is.
Feel that?
Nice.
What's going on out there, YouTube land? Today we're here with Gilbert Burns. If you didn't know, he's got a huge fight coming up. He's fighting Jorge Masvidal. They're still in negotiations if they can put the BMF title on the line or not. So Dana, make it happen. He wants the belt.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Black belt, UFC title contender, coming back for the belt again. He's already fought for it once. Fight of the year, maybe even fight of the decade with Hamzat. Nobody knew that somebody could put it on him like that. Gil did it. I think he wants the rematch even.
That's you. That'll be good here soon.
Yeah. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about his MMA career, where he's going, what it's like moving to America, and of course, we're here with the one and only Dr. Drdonadio in South Florida, elite-osm South Florida. If you didn't know and you're in South Florida, this is the man to get your body right. Make sure to come see him. And yeah, he's done it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's rock and roll. And before we get going, he does have a YouTube channel, so I'll link that below, so make sure to go over there and subscribe to him. He's not putting anything up right now, but he will be at some point. You know, right now he's super focused on fight, but I'm sure at some point he'll get some more up there. Make sure to follow him on all the other social medias as well. And you take sponsors for the fight too, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, so right. DM him on Instagram.
Yeah.
All right, Gil. So you were talking a little bit earlier about how you know, you were doing a lot of jiu-jitsu, and then what got you into doing MMA?
I have a lot of goals in jiu-jitsu, and to become my first goal was become a black belt world champion in jiu-jitsu. As soon as I made it, I want to move on. I want to do MMA. So the crazy thing was 3 days after I became a world champion in jiu-jitsu, I met Vitor Belfort, and Vitor needs a guy to help with his jiu-jitsu, and we start training. And that day, that was in Ruka in California, 2011. In LA. So we start training, we kind of like it, we connected very good. Like 3 days after I was in Vegas, start training, started my career with MMA, started cornering Vitor, a couple UFC fights, and then he was like my mentor in the beginning. That's how I started with MMA.
Nice of a mentor, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Very good.
A phenom, an old man.
Some might say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody boo this man. All right, so you got into the MMA, you started at 155, you're now 170. Tell me what it's been like, for one, moving from Brazil to the United States, what that's been like, and then also, you know, finding your weight class, what that...
So when I moved here, I started coming in 2007 with the jiu-jitsu tournaments. So I always come and go back 7, 8, 9, 10. In 2011 I was just back and forth a lot, but it kind of, I want to live here since the beginning. But then with MMA, whenever I started training with Vitor, I knew for sure I'm gonna move here, you know, so I didn't have an opportunity. Yeah, I was back and forth Vegas. Then finally Vitor came to the Black Zillions 2012, and then when I thought I'm gonna live in California, but then when I got in Florida, I fell in love with Florida.
Welcome back. Fresh off of a fight, fresh off some really long flights, just a little trap heavy.
Yeah, if you guys didn't catch his last fight, you should have, but he submitted Neil Magny first round.
Not surprised.
You didn't hear nothing like that.
I'm getting him ready, so it's just, no, you can't be tapping now, it'll be fine. There we go.
So you started training, you're striking with Vitor and...
With Vitor, and then when we moved here, started training with Henry Hof too, and a lot of guys here, so I fell in love here. Then I decided to move. Then I moved here in 2013. With my wife, and I had my first son born already, Pedro, so we moved here 2013, and then that was it. And then I got used to very easy here. We have a big Brazilian community here.
Yeah.
It was very easy. Training was good, so it was easy. Not that easy, but it was easy to get used to here in South Florida.
Okay.
And the change of the division on the beginning was kind of easy to make it 55.
Yeah.
But then it was getting super hard, and then I was kind of blowing up too much more after the fight. I started, when I started cutting, I was 180, and then after a couple of fights, 185, and then 188, then 190, then 194, and then the weight cut was getting very, very tough. I don't think I was performing like I was in the training, and then my wife and my nutritionist, we have a good talk, and my nutrition kind of like, if you don't move up, I don't work with you anymore. Yeah. And then I said, okay. And then That's right. And then I called my manager, called the UFC, said next fight will be at 170. And I kept training. Then that was quick, you know. Whenever I let the UFC know I'm moving to 170, after like 2 weeks, they offered me a fight at 170 in short notice against a freaking Russian dude that was 20-0. And then I got the fight. I got a win. 1 month after, same thing happened. They offered me another 2 weeks notice against Gunnar Nelson in Denmark. I said yes again. Then I felt great at 170. I think I was already 170. I was just killing myself to make 55, and that changing, it made me, I felt way better.
The extra weight's all on his neck. That's where I went from lightweight to welterweight.
And I'm lighter now. I woke up today at 189. When I was lightweight, sometimes I was 195, 198.
Damn. Yeah, that's a huge
crazy.
You've had some legendary fights at 170 already. You've beaten, Tyron Woodley, champion. What's been interesting is you've been able to beat a lot of legendary specialists. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, the striker, Damian Maia, a grappler. You've been able to beat them all, recently. And then, I scored the fight for you over Hamzat. Obviously, two of the judges didn't see it that way. A lot of people saw it that way. People didn't realize that you had that kind of power in your hands. They made him respect that hook and the dog in you too, to be able to just keep throwing punches for 15 minutes straight. You've become a lot more popular, in the last few years on social media with UFC fans. What has that been like?
His punch is about to be a lot more powerful after this one too. Sorry, man. Sorry, I'm not sorry.
Now, you probably grew up, looking up to Damian Maia, yeah?
Yes, I did.
So what was that like, facing across the cage from him and then beating him?
That was a great opportunity, I felt like I always followed Damian Maia's career, jiu-jitsu. I remember 2005, I won a purple belt world champion, and he was a black belt world champion. And I saw him beat Jacare, he beat a couple of legends, and I was always a fan. ADCC, he was always fighting, he was doing great. And I saw his transition to MMA. I had mine too, but I would just I think because of Vitor, I don't want to do only a grappler, and I always thought, I always got a lot of confidence in my striking, getting better. I know I had a lot of power, so to fight Damian, I knew we could grapple, for sure we could grapple, but was crazy because a lot of things happened in that fight. It was the first fight in the COVID. They just said it will be a pandemic. That was in a big arena but empty. I was already nervous fighting Damian Maia, the guy that I kind of had as an idol. And I was confident going to the fight, but it was crazy. And then whenever I knocked him down the first time, I felt that the fight was already over, and then I want to hurt the guy.
Right.
And then they didn't stop, so I kind of give a little stop, like look at the judge, look at the referee, and it didn't stop, so I had to keep going. That was even first time that I felt bad on kind of hurting someone in the fight. That was hard, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But
right.
Yeah, it didn't feel great, it felt a little weird. I was happy because I ended, because I finished the way I finished. But when I look at the guy coming up, I kind of felt bad about it.
Okay. Now, in your weight division right now, there's some big personalities, right? Like you had Hamzat, Colby, Jorge, a lot of beef around in circles, Do you get involved with any of that? Are you there to just break them all up, or?
I like it. I don't know. I like it.
Okay, it's entertaining.
It's entertaining. Yeah, a couple guys are crazy. I would love to be able to fight all these guys there. Masvidal is gonna be, like you said, Damian Dunn, Woodley, Hamza. I do believe.
Fight anybody.
Pretty much almost there, fighting the whole weight class.
I do believe you're gonna do it again. But I think he's gonna move up to middleweight. That's why I don't even say his name so much. I heard that he's moving to middleweight.
Hamzat.
Yeah, Hamzat is moving middleweight.
He's a big guy.
He might come back. I think he'll come back one day. We're doing the rematch, but focus on Georgia right now. I think I asked for Colby. I don't know if Colby's gonna fight right now. But yeah, I like the whole drama. Leon, Kamaru.
Yeah. Who do you have a prediction for the fight, the rematch?
I want Kamaru to win, but I don't know. I have a feeling that Leon's gonna win.
You have a feeling?
Yeah, I think the way the fight went, the way the finish went, the memes and everything, I just think Leon kind of took Kamaru's aura a little bit on that fight. You know, the champion aura, that unbeatable. I just think Leon kind of took away, and the rematch being in London, very hostile territory. Leon never lost over there. Leon's coach did a great job in the fight, especially in the fourth round that he was losing. I think it's gonna be very hard to beat Leon over there.
Yeah, I forgot to fight in London, huh?
Yeah. It's a rowdy crowd. They don't say Uba Mohair. They say Sweet Caroline.
They go crazy. Those guys.
But they get crazy.
Those UK fans.
They get drunk and rowdy.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure, but I think he sold our arena already. The O2 arena.
That's awesome.
Hey, they back their country, man. That's one thing you can say about UK, Brazil. That's one thing I always have an issue with is that American fans don't back American fighters.
I don't know if it deals with that. It's weird, isn't it?
It's weird. Canadians do. You know, Mexicans
do. Mexicans do. Brazilian do.
Yeah, only America is like, let's cheer for the other guy for the other country. Okay.
We're just rebellious to be rebellious.
So, rebellious for no reason. So what do you think about, you saw the video, I'm sure, with Colby and Jorge. Do you think Colby's over-exaggerating, or? I guess here's a good question. Do you think he's playing a character?
Colby, 100%.
Yeah.
I saw Colby the other day at the casino, and he was super cool.
He was normal?
Normal. Very
I heard
nice guy.
In person, he's super nice too.
Yeah, he was cool. I was actually, I was in a Brazilian concert with my wife and a couple friends, and then I was passing by and I recognized him. He wasn't that far, and then he called me, and then I went there. I was ready for it. And
you're like, all right, here we go.
What's going to happen?
He's like, all right. Are we saying hello? Hello?
Saying hello?
That's
and
hilarious.
he was, I'm a huge fan. You warrior. He was kind of saying that kind of stuff. Super humble. For sure, he's playing a character. And but I think he went too far a little bit with George. You know, I think it was a character in the beginning. But sometimes when he flips, he just go crazy. You know, he says too much. Yeah.
Cross the line.
For sure he does. But George's crazy. Why you gonna sucker punch the guy on the street? So.
Yeah, especially in the street. It's like now it becomes actually a legal offense.
Yeah, and I don't think Colby's gonna fight right now because the whole lawsuit. And
that's just crazy to me too. Like a fighter suing a fighter for fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I get it. It was a sucker punch, so you didn't see the guy coming. You know.
Okay.
I kind of get it. I don't agree with both. I think both made a mistake.
What if the judge rules? He's just like, listen, we'll settle this in the ring, and just knocks the hammer down. But that'd be amazing.
Now, was your friend the main event
already?
I know, but again, though, like settle it again.
Yeah, they already fought. It wasn't close. Yeah. So, are you the main event for your next fight?
I'm the co-main. The main event's Adesanya and Peirera.
Okay.
Match.
In Miami?
In Miami.
Okay, that's a great card.
3 cartwheels away, man. Let's go.
We got a couple more fights. Kevin Holland is on the card against Ponzinibbio. We got good fights.
Yeah, we got a good, you got a good crew going there. All right.
Some good stuff. Push your head straight back. Keep pushing back. Push your neck back. Now turn your head to the right. Keep turning. Keep going. Keep going. A little further.
Full 360.
All the way over that shoulder. Keep going over that shoulder. Keep going. A little further. A little further. Good. Back to center. Nice.
Wow.
Okay, go right all the way. Keep turning. Keep going. All the way over that shoulder. Easy peasy. Back to center. You look up to the ceiling now. Keep looking up. Keep going up. Keep going. Good. Let's get right here. Keep going. A little more. All the way up. Good. Cool.
Nice.
And you,
nice. Wow. It was nice because I couldn't see that light, and then I was okay.
He just keeps going. There we go. Nice. You can stretch it. Sweet. What do you think about this John Jones and John fight? How do you see that one going?
I don't know. A lot of questions to answer on this one. Let's see how John Jones is looking with the layoff, moving up. I don't think it's an easy fight for both, I think.
Yeah.
But we saw the way, right? The way Cyril lost to Francis, he's clear on my back. Yeah. He's a clear path to Joe. If you take the guy down, it's pretty much going to be an easy fight. I think he's going to do it.
Make sure your furniture's in one room.
Yes, sir.
And Triple C versus Aljamain, how do you see that one going?
Wow.
That's an interesting one, huh?
Yeah. He's another answer that I think Aljamain is starting for sure. He's the champion right now. Mm-hmm. He's active and he's looking very, very good lately. In Cejudo, we gotta see how that go. You know how he's looking. He was huge.
Yeah.
Not big, but kind of fat not long ago. So we'll see how this guy's gonna feel like. But this guy is a beast, you know. Yeah. Olympic champion, 3rd division UFC champion.
What do you think on that one?
I don't know.
Heck of a fight.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know.
It's hard for me to, Aljamain is underrated. People, know, because he does the trolling thing or whatever, but I mean, he's an outstanding grappler, long striker. Yeah. But I think Henry Cejudo is also underrated because he's always, throwing the things and, putting on a scene. But this is a gold medal winner. This is a multi-division champion. I mean, he's got a really good mind for the fight game.
Yes.
That level?
Yeah, but I think he's got an exceptional mind,
I agree. Even with that being said, I don't know. I think Aljamain still needs a little bit step ahead just because he's being active competing.
And he's got some physical advantages, obviously.
Yes, he's huge.
He's taller, longer, that makes a big difference. If Henry can't close the distance, even in grappling, length matters,
He does.
There was an old fight we were watching where it was some of John Jones' earliest UFC fights. He's a white belt, but he's snatching up guillotines from angles that nobody would expect it to even come from. You're like, oh, I'm safe here, and no, you're not. Like, there was a choke on Ryan Bader that you couldn't even see where it was, and all of a sudden he's tapping. Under, up, and like crazy. You shouldn't be able to get that much torque. You wouldn't think from there, but he did it. So growing up, did you grow up watching MMA?
I did grow up watching a lot of MMA.
Because you're like the second generation, out of Brazil.
Yeah.
Who were your favorites growing up?
Vitor. It was crazy. Then I met Vitor and I was training with Vitor.
Now you guys are good friends?
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So Vitor, Ricardo Arona, and Big Nog.
Okay. It's a good list.
So tight, man.
Another question we always ask, your personal top 5 of all time for the GOATs. Who do you put on your 5?
I'll put Fedor Emelianenko.
Fedor.
Anderson Silva.
Okay.
I'll put Verdun right there. Underrated, but I think one of the best.
I agree.
Especially from the Jiu-Jitsu World Champion, ADCC, Strike Force, UFC champion. It's Anderson, Fedor, Anderson, Verdun.
Mm-hmm. 2 more. Give me 2 more names.
John Jones right there for sure.
John Jones, okay.
And Cain Velasquez.
I like that. So you like the heavyweights?
Yeah, I like the heavyweights.
Because
heavyweights that can do a lot, not just one thing,
Right, that have cardio, they can wrestle.
Yeah.
I'm just big and powered. It's like, if I hit him, he's going down. But guys that can.
Because they're skilled.
For sure,
man.
Yeah.
So Verdun is a good one you talk about. Like, he might be number 1 heavyweight all time, because he beat Fedor, he beat Cain.
He beat all the He lost to Overeem, right? He never beat Overeem, but.
Right. The second fight was very close.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he never beat Stipe.
Yeah, he lost to Stipe. Yeah.
But that's the only one in the top 5 that he didn't beat. But to submit Cain and Fedor, that's
not easy.
That's crazy.
Not easy at all. It was crazy.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing about the Cain fight, and everybody says the altitude or whatever, but his striking is what led to it. He was beating Cain on the feet.
And Cain is over there, right? Cain is Mexican, right?
Yeah.
I mean, American, but Mexican.
Right. Yeah, beating him down there. Yeah, that was a crazy fight. So, you grew up watching those fighters. When did you get into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? How old were you when you started training?
I was 12.
12?
Yeah.
And what got you into that? Your family?
Yeah, my dad was a mechanic, and one of the clients came with the gi in the car, so we started playing with the gi. My dad just...
Was this a trade out?
Yeah.
He gave you lessons?
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm a muscle mechanic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just realign getting your chassis all fixed up, son. No big deal.
Is that how you say the word? Chassis?
Yeah, I think that's
Saying it wrong the whole time.
Chassis?
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce French?
And your brother's here too, yes?
Yeah, my brother's here as well.
Okay. So you got your brother here, wife, kid.
Everybody's
here.
Yeah, my parents here now too.
Okay.
Herbert's a cool guy. He came in a couple times. He worked on him a few times that I'm knowing.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, so that was funny.
He's killing me. Shout out to Herbert.
And what city are your parents from?
They both from Brazil, but the heritage, for sure, from my mom, he's African 100% because my grandma was black, like black. My mom was kind of a little darker than me, but my dad is Scottish.
Okay.
My dad is from Scotland. That's how the Burns came from.
Yeah, like Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
I can tell you do have a bit of a Scottish accent.
Yeah. He's a crazy mix. I don't know how I have. Even in the jiu-jitsu tournament, I was fighting and they call Gilbert Burns. I don't know, they were expecting, but then comes me.
They're like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but if you heard my nickname, it's very Brazilian.
Yeah. And I hated that nickname. That's why.
Really?
Yeah.
And you kept it?
Not because I won it.
You gotta give him a new one.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Most logical. It makes the most sense.
Gilbert Pterodactyl Burns.
Yeah. The pterodactyl.
No, but 99% of my friends is still the ring. Are still calling me.
Yeah. Yeah?
Wait, doesn't that mean pterodactyl in Portuguese? Am I wrong? I don't think it's Portuguese. No. So definitely not.
It's funny how you guys get nicknames when you're little. Like Claudia was saying the same thing.
I got that nickname when I was 16.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it got very popular. That even on school, even everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't really get nicknames like that, do we?
As therapists?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, actually, heck yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Dr. Mean Thumbs. Usually get that one a lot.
Yeah. Twinkle Toes.
The elbow shit.
Dr. Greg Twinkle Toes Donadio.
Yeah. Not really sure how that translated, but
Yeah, I don't know how to say that in Portuguese.
how do you say
Twinkle
that?
Toes.
Twinkle Toes. We held next coming to the cage.
Yeah.
El Twinkle Toes Donadio. Really instills fear in my enemies' hearts. It's great.
I still want him to take a smoker fight.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Have you seen him hit Bath?
I saw his work with show.
Yeah, I was trying to be like you.
Yeah.
I got a lot of work to do.
You can't.
You gotta take one smoker fight, bro. You gotta.
Did you see the size of my nose? This thing's getting cracked the first time.
Come on, just gotta do it one time.
Alright. You gotta
You
teach
put
me the
it back.
ways.
So we have
Yeah, we can put it back. There's all kinds of surgeons down here.
Yeah, right. I'll put it back.
In South Florida, they'll
Don't
fix
worry
it.
about
You
that.
get your own thing here.
Yeah, just
Pop it back.
put a stick up there and straighten it out. There you go.
That's too funny.
There we go. It's good mobility. For somebody who's done jiu-jitsu as long as he has, he really kept up with his mobility. Because most people's hips, I can't do this.
Do you
They're
stretch a lot?
Stuck
I
here.
do stretch. I do a lot of mobility.
Good.
Yeah, he definitely took care of. He's been taking care of himself. That's a huge help with this. And he's not scared of he's not waiting also to come in like, oh, I'm hurting really bad. Come in 4 months later. It's like, no, we're catching this stuff quick, keeping you proactive.
It's like Vitor says, like
Yeah,
pliability.
that's how I learned with Vitor. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's key. Is long.
And where were you born? Sao Paulo?
Rio.
Rio. Sao Paulo. Schenectady.
Yes. Upstate.
Where were you born?
Upstate New York.
Schenectady?
Yeah, that's the town. Yeah.
Yeah. Schenectady.
The other town next to is Rotterdam. So
Yeah.
That's Dutch.
the Dutch came over and definitely
Okay.
apparently had founded some spots over there. Like, we're just gonna name half these.
Freaky
like
deaky
Amsterdam,
Dutch.
New York. You know.
You know? Not me. Albuquerque all day, son.
I'll check your abs over here.
505.
Yeah.
Out in
Albuquerque.
the desert. Let's go here. 1, 2.
Burke, baby.
I like that desert.
Huh?
You like that desert
Yeah.
over there?
Yeah.
Good elevation training. Of
My
course.
hair stays in place.
If you don't like breathing very much when you're training, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Try that back and forth with your leg. Let's do a few here.
Open juvenile.
There you go.
My office is next door to the hospital where I was born.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you were born in the hospital?
Yeah, right next to it. Loveless.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't make it very far in life.
Look at you now, Florida boy.
40 years later, like, oh yeah, I was born right there.
It's the most country thing I've ever heard in my life.
You're supposed to like grow up and move out of your city and make things happen. Or
Did not happen.
not me.
All right.
Stay right where I was born.
Let's see what it feels like. Maybe stand up for a second. Just see what it feels like moving. Do some light shadow boxes maybe for that truck. Figure it out what you may
Yeah,
need.
it feels a lot better. Especially that freaking flight for California is what, five and a half, 6
Yeah.
hours.
They just got back.
The hamstring gets freaking Numb, I don't know what happened. He does. After a couple hours, he just like.
Yeah.
What's going
So
on?
you can train hard, don't even feel that. Let alone you sit for a couple hours. Like that's easy, right?
Yeah.
Do this, up, and then slide down. Do that back and forth. The glute released here. Come all the way up. Usually this treatment costs extra. Keep coming all the way up. There we go. Like, how is this helpful? This doesn't seem productive at all.
The old thumb butt.
Glutes of a stallion. That's what happens. This guy only walks backwards. What happens?
Walks backwards.
Yeah, get your glutes working more. Burns more calories.
Burns
A little sore there. Switch. Try the other side.
Yes, he's too busy promoting power slap.
Yeah, right. He's busy doing that shit. I haven't watched this. I watched just a little clips of it on social media, but
Some of that man-on-man action. That's
sometimes I
right.
see a couple of little highlights.
That's what the people
I'm like, is this a UFC account or is this the power slap account? I can't tell.
Try to come up a little bit higher. It's that end ring that's getting stuck.
Honestly, it's a little crazy to me that the Athletic Commission sanctioned it, you know? Because how is it a sport if you can't defend yourself?
They're gonna get paid, so they will do it.
They don't care. Yeah. We'll sign off on it.
That's ridiculous.
But
Listen, it's a free
I
country
don't-
if people want to do it, but it shouldn't be sanctioned. It shouldn't be.
yeah, it shouldn't be on TV
Yeah.
like that, because the whole
There we go. Good.
thing with the money is the TV deals. They pay a lot of money, so that's why you put it on the live screen.
Oh, you see the one where his head was like
I
this?
saw that was
Oh,
hard. That was bad.
God.
You saw the little girl too that
Go on
she
your
got
right side,
snapped
man.
and then she
Oh,
rolled forward.
it's like your eardrum, you know, like your parotid glands.
How you feeling in the rotation? Feel like you need to get restricted in the side again?
Probably. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't trained, but probably.
Try it real quick. Let's just see how you're turning.
Yeah.
Not bad, right? A little bit stuck going on the right though. Which side feels tighter when you turn?
I don't know. Both felt a
No,
little
it's all right.
tight.
There's no right or wrong answer. All right, go on to your right side. Let's clear this. So we're gonna get this spot. So
That one hurts so
yeah, it's
much.
kind of restricted right here. I mean, he has good range for the most part, but we need to make it better. We're not looking for okay, right? I'm trying to get real results here. All right, try to do some deep breathing. As always, I'll try to be nice, and it never seems like it.
Gilbert, so tell me about acai in America.
He's okay.
There's a debate. It said it's not real if it's in America or something.
You have some good ones at the gym. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, he's okay. He got one new one at the gym. He's good.
Okay.
But-
It's authentic?
Are you pronouncing it right? Is it
He's
Akai?
good.
It's good.
He's good. But the Brazilian one, wow.
It's different.
That was the hardest part for me because when I got in the hotel,
Uh-huh.
I've been working with these nutritionists here that I have all my, I know everything that I'm gonna eat. I know every time. I just adjust my training. So I had a person in Brazil cooking all my food. So when I got there, they already delivered my food for the week.
Nice.
For the week, so everything was done.
Oof, this is tight, man. Don't use your jiu-jitsu skills against me.
Do it.
You can do it
Tap
against
him out.
him.
Tap him out.
You can definitely hit
But they had an acai place right down the street.
Oh no.
My favorite place.
Oh no. Sabotage.
Like, I'm on a diet.
And then I was making everyone go in there and try. They all like it. They all love it.
Like, go for me. Tell me what it was
Yeah, I
like.
did that. That was just like
Tell me
that.
your
Eat it
experience.
right in front of me and tell me what it is.
Describe exactly what you're tasting right now.
But then that's what I had every day when I was there after the fight. So
Okay.
Sunday
You're
to
sick of it.
Friday every day.
tight, man.
I have 3 favorite places in Rio.
Okay.
The number one is Golden Sucos that were just like
Yeah.
McDonald's over there, like walking to the hotel.
Uh-huh.
And then we had a BB Sucos that's a little bit more famous, but I still think Golden Sucos better.
Okay.
Then we had BB, and the other one is Biggie.
I thought you were gonna say Jose Aldo's restaurant.
I don't think he has acai there. He does.
Oh, I don't know.
I think he
You're just
has-
guessing? You just assumed he
I
had
thought he has
a
a restaurant. I didn't know we were doing acai only.
Okay.
He
You
has
also
burgers.
acai.
Yeah. Okay. 3 favorite acai places. Got it. Okay. If you're in Rio, go check out one of those 3 places.
You have to.
After this one releases, we'll test the range of motion. Should be a lot farther after this.
Yeah, it should.
It better be, right?
It
You're
better
like,
be.
I ain't coming back
Wow.
here.
So did Jair come visit you guys here at the gym when he was in Florida?
Who?
Bolsonaro?
Oh no, he never came, man. I was
There we
waiting
go.
for him.
Look how much farther it is now. Your leg's actually moving again. All right, see what that feels like first standing up, and I'll get the other side. I just want to test it.
He's pretty popular with the fighters, right?
Yeah.
See how it feels turning out.
Yeah, a lot more. Crazy.
Obviously, I'll get the other side too, though. But
Why? Don't need it.
why do I have to have two sides?
Wait,
It always helps
That
you the
one
most,
hurt
man.
so much already. I don't need. Let the other one.
All right.
We're good here. It's fine. Fine. Everything's fine.
It's the first time I've seen him since his fight too. You know. Granted,
Congratulations.
it was a quick one, luckily, but
Performance bonus.
I didn't get a bonus.
No. Come on, Dana.
they offered him a free acai bowl up the road. That was like, here you go.
It's because I don't think you're rich because you're Mr. Burns.
He's got a big Scottish
But they
background.
called
He's
me on
fine.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
I was very happy because last year was that war with Hamza,
Uh-huh.
but it was only one fight.
Oh, okay.
And I was asking, trying to get another one, didn't get it. At least.
That's the problem with the division right now is most of the guys don't fight very often at the top.
You know, because the division,
Yeah.
welterweight, so they just wait.
That's how it goes, huh?
But then you got Leon and Usman rematch and then.
But I think things is gonna run after this fight,
Right.
because if Leo wins, then I think Kobe just need one fight to get a title. So Kobe finally gonna get a fight.
Who do you think he's gonna fight? You? Winner of this fight?
I wish, but
No.
they trying to make him against Bilal Muhammad.
Okay. That's right, Bilal.
Yeah,
Bilal's been very active on social media.
he has to because
Yeah.
on the fight, he's not entertaining.
He's been making a
He
lot.
has to talk.
He makes a lot of memes.
Yeah, that's it. That's what he good at. He gotta talk because I think he's not the guy that just the fight will do for him. You know, he got one good finish last fight, but
Yeah. Well, he fought Leon, right?
yeah,
And he
but
had his eye poked.
big eye poke.
Oh yeah.
He's improved a lot, though, man.
Yeah.
I never thought that he would be,
One more.
Same.
you know, in
He's
the
still
top
very
five.
underrated. He got very good.
Very good. Much improved.
Too
Where does he
much.
train? In Chicago?
Yeah, I don't know if he does everything in Chicago. Last camp, he looked a lot better. He was in Abu Dhabi with the guys, Khabib and everybody.
Feels
Now
pretty
I
good.
think he's back in Chicago.
A little bit there. That last spot.
A little bit, no, a lot.
A lot of it. It's a medical term.
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
You can see if he starts clenching his fist, we'll try to hold him down for
Wow.
minutes.
I don't think I can. I'm probably just gonna grab my wife and run away.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. I don't even blame you.
I didn't even know that thing you could work on. It's kind of like the oblique.
Surprise!
It's the
Yeah,
oblique.
oblique muscles are getting a little
I
bit of the
didn't-
quadratus
I didn't
involved.
know you were the first one that touched my oblique. He didn't feel good.
Always remember your first time.
That shit hurts. I was just like, wow. Why he pressing me there?
You're like, why is he
when they
doing
come
this?
up, I'm like, wow.
A lot of because of what you do, having to do so much rotation in your job, also just jujitsu and hiking up your hip, these get so much more restricted than an average athlete. And if you can't rotate, you can't create power, you know, so or your reach won't be as far. So that's obviously a big piece of the puzzle. Yeah, stand up for a sec, see what that feels like. Test out your new body.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, crazy.
There you go.
All right, see if you can punch him. See how far your cross reaches. I think.
Dr. Gray with the magic skills.
Wow.
I'll just watch some of them train. Is like you
Yeah.
can see sometimes where the restrictions are. You know, it's not technique based.
Yeah.
Right? Your technique's obviously there, but if your body's tight, you can't use your technique as good. So you don't want that to ever be an issue when you're going into any kind of sparring or obviously a full fight, not knowing if your body's going to be there or not. So hopefully make it a little bit easier.
You know what he's most famous for, though? If you ever go to like a sushi place, you look at the menu, they got Dr. Greg's roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Albuquerque, soon to be nationwide.
They do have.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course, man.
Good.
Yeah, of course. So nice and relaxed. Don't use your jiu-jitsu skills right now.
I can't. He's choking me out. He's locking my leg.
It's a lapel choke.
Yeah.
Bite down.
Nice.
There we go. Easy. Where'd you feel that?
I don't know. I cannot move. Little bit on more than that. Lower back was fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it would be on the lower back because the freaking flight, but yeah, we're just on the neck.
Yeah, you needed more than that today. All right. See what your feet are doing.
Upper back.
These are good. See your ankles are here. Let that relax. There we go. A little bit, not too bad. Let all this relax. Feel that a little bit in the hip. It's moving good. Sit up. Let's check how your shoulders are doing.
Give it some of this. Squeeze hard. There it is.
Feel that?
Nice.
It's different, right? You got strong adductors. He gets pinched in the front there.
Nice.
See how the shoulders doing. Sit up tall here. Good. Hold here. Put your hand on the side. See if this one needs anything. All you're gonna do is just pull your elbow back. There we go. Let's try the other side too.
That was good.
Go here, Sam. Try this one. See, this one needs it. Pull. That's a definite yes. Okay. Relax. It's good. Everything else held up good.
Wow.
Stand up. Let's get upper back. All right. So bring your hands behind your head here. Pull your elbows forward lightly. Okay. Breathe out all the way and just fall back. Trust fall. That was good. 3 or 4 of them out there. You feel those ones up? Try here. Go like this. This is stuck here. Breathe out. Same thing. Check the lower back. A couple more. Making them taller each time. That's good.
Yeah,
Like a proud peacock now.
There you go. Lay on your back one more time. Let me just check the upper neck.
Wow.
Wiggle your right big toe. Feeling good on that one. There we go.
See what that feels like.
Wow.
The extra maintenance never hurt nobody, right? Okay, here you do long flights. Maybe the most important was the fight, all that whole area. So now
I felt great.
That was good. Well, sweet. Make sure you guys tune into his next fight in Miami. You know the date?
April 8th.
April 8th. Tickets on sale. Gonna be pay-per-view. Tune in. Him versus Jorge Masvidal. Comment below who you think is gonna win. And go follow him on all social media accounts. Like I said, I'll link his YouTube below. And if you're down in South Florida, you gotta see Dr. Greg. And good luck in your next fight, my man.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate you coming on.
Guys. Yeah, my pleasure.
Good job, dude. Ain't that easy.